Today, we'll be showing you how to remove and replace your dispenser switch assembly on this Frigidaire side-by-side refrigerator. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. The main reasons why you'd be replacing your dispenser switch would be if one of the options is not working. Every time you press this paddle, it actuates a switch. These micro switches tell it to push water down, to push ice out, and there's also a small auger kind of motor up here that causes this flapper to open and close. If any of these components are bad, it will probably need to be replaced. Now let's begin the repair. To begin, we first have this small piece of trim that's going across here that will have to be removed. We have 2 Phillips screws underneath. Next, go ahead and pull off on the trim to access the user interface. To remove your user interface, we have the same thing, 2 screws that are on here, both of them Phillips. Next, you will pull out on the bottom of it and kind of pivot it out. We can go to the bottom, just like this, and we have all of our Molexes that will need to be disconnected. 1, 2, and just what you'll want to do is just pinch them to take them off. And finally, the third one, pull out on your user interface and set it to the side. Now that we have the user interface removed, we now have clear access to all of our dispenser pieces. That includes our motor, our micro switches, our LED, the whole 9 yards. So the first thing I want you to do is separate your wiring so that you know which ones need to go out of the way. If you need to, you can tape them up to the top. Now, the next thing that can be rather difficult is pulling out this water line. So the first thing I want you to do is to pull it forward. This actually pivots forward a little bit. Once you get it forward, pull it all the way out. Make sure you keep your zip tie intact and just slide it to the back. Next, there are 2 screws that are on here. You can use Phillips, or they do have the Robinson style ends to them. Just go ahead and pull those out. Just remove any tape. Could hold it in. Start to pull out on your dispenser and set it to the side. When installing your new dispenser assembly, obviously go on the back. Make sure that when you press it, the micro switches will actually hit. Do the same on the other side. Make sure that they're actually toggling. And let's pull this wiring out of the way. We'll pull our zip tie up some, and then we'll go ahead and set this in place. You have to do it almost at an angle and slide it back. Make sure your zip tie stays. We'll reinstall the 2 screws that are holding it on. All right, now we have to feed this water line back through here. So we're gonna bring our zip tie down. I want you to pivot this thing forward and start to slide it in. So we get it through the first one, push it through the second one, and it should line up to where it pushes into these brackets. But before you do that, let's pull the zip tie down, have it go over one end of the strain reliever and under the other end. So let's bring it down, slide it in, it goes under and over. Let's pop this back in here. Next thing, make sure you bring your wiring over, just kind of wrap it up so it stays out of the way. Now we can reinstall our user interface. When reinstalling your user interface, first let's tip it up. We will slide all of the Molexes in. Now when you put this in here, you'll notice you have these two pieces of plastic that come up. They get inserted into these slotted areas. So you will bring it up at an angle, line it up, drop it in, and it should meet flush to the actual door. Let's reinstall the two screws. Now we can reinstall the trim. In order to do this, make sure that the whole side is on the bottom. So we'll also bring this in at an angle so that this lip can go underneath the UI on the front. Bring it in, clip it in place, reinstall our two Phillips screws. And this will complete our repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.